Bondowoso to the north, Banyuwangi to the east, and Indonesian Ocean to the south. Jember is considered a strategic city since it is easily accessible from other cities in East Java. Aside from that, the prices of essential commodities are considerably lower, making Jember a fine choice for a studio location. Jember is considered a strategic city since it is easily accessible from other cities in East Java. Aside from that, the prices Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember was founded on March 11, 1981, initiated by Muhammadiyah figures and Jember Muhammadiyah residents. On September 1, 1981, it officially received a certificate of the Charter of Establishment of Muhammadiyah Higher Education and was approved by the government on May 10, 1982. One of the most popular faculties is the Faculty of Economics and Business. Since its founding in 1981, the Faculty of Economics and Business has grown to become one of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember's largest faculties, making significant contributions nationwide and worldwide. As one of the faculties at this university, the Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember produces skilled and professional human resources who contribute to the economy in Indonesia. As a Muhammadiyah venture charity that has been around for more than 4 decades, the Faculty of Economics and Business has produced thousands of graduates spread throughout Indonesia and is involved in various government agencies, the business world, the industrial world, entrepreneurship, and the world of education. The Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember provides quality facilities and infrastructure to carry out education, research, and community service supported by adequate amenities, so as to produce graduates with moral integrity and knowledge, as well as based on the values of Al-Islam and Muhammadiyah as a contribution to nation and state development. The Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember managed and strives to become a superior, independent, dignified faculty with international standards based on Al-Islam and Muhammadiyah and Pancasila by prioritizing the interest and prosperity of the Indonesian nation. The Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember appreciates the values in Al-Islam and Muhammadiyah and is committed to producing graduates with high integrity, thereby being accredited with an A grade by the National Accreditation Body BAN-PT and an ISO certificate. This faculty has study programs for Master of Management, Bachelor of Management, and Bachelor of Accounting, equipped with competent human resources to help graduates master economics, management, business, and accounting, and an ISO certificate. This faculty has study programs for Master of Management, Bachelor of Management, and Bachelor of Accounting, equipped with competent human resources to help graduates master economics, management, business, and accounting, and an ISO certificate. Jember is a district located on the east-south side of the island of Java and is included in the Horseshoe area in East Java Province. Jember administratively borders Lumajang to the west, Bondowoso to the north, Banyuwangi to the east, and Indonesian Ocean to the south. Jember is considered a strategic city since it is easily accessible from other cities in East Java. Aside from that, the prices of essential commodities are considerably lower, making Jember a fine choice for a studio location. Jember is considered a strategic city since it is easily accessible from other cities in East Java. Aside from that, Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember was founded on March 11, 1981, initiated by Muhammadiyah figures and Jember Muhammadiyah residents. On September 1, 1981, it officially received a certificate of the Charter of Establishment of Muhammadiyah Higher Education and was approved by the government on May 10, 1982. One of the most popular faculties is the Faculty of Economics and Business. Since its founding in 1981, the Faculty of Economics and Business has grown to become one of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember's largest faculties, making significant contributions nationwide and worldwide. As one of the faculties at this university, the Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember produces skilled and professional human resources who contribute to the economy in Indonesia. As a Muhammadiyah venture charity that has been around for more than 4 decades, the Faculty of Economics and Business has produced thousands of graduates spread throughout Indonesia and is involved in various government agencies, the business world, the industrial world, entrepreneurship, and the world of education. The Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember provides quality facilities and infrastructure to carry out education, research, and community service supported by adequate amenities, so as to produce graduates with moral integrity and knowledge, as well as based on the values of Al-Islam and Muhammadiyah as a contribution to nation and state development. The Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember manages and strives to become a superior, independent, dignified faculty with international standards based on Al-Islam and Muhammadiyah and Pancasila by prioritizing the interest and prosperity of the Indonesian nation. The Faculty of Economics and Business Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember appreciates the values in Al-Islam and Muhammadiyah and is committed to producing graduates with high integrity, thereby being accredited with an A grade by the National Accreditation Body BANPT and an ISO certificate. This faculty has study programs for Master of Management, Bachelor of Management, and Bachelor of Accounting, equipped with competent human resources to help graduates master economics, management, business, and accounting, and an ISO certificate. This faculty has study programs for Master of Management, Bachelor of Management, and Bachelor of Accounting, equipped.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Am I audible, sir?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our international webinar on leadership hosted by the Magister Management Program at the Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember. Let's have this morning started with grace and happiness because we are gathered here with 3 distinguished resource persons, both international and national resource person. And I would like to say good morning to Dr. John G. Pagadut. Good morning, sir. Hello, Sir John.
Good morning. Morning, I'm Christy.
Good morning, Sir John. And also, I would like to say hi also to Ma'am Olivia.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am. It's really nice to meet you. And we still have one more distinguished speaker from Universitas Negeri Jember, Ibu Diana. And she might be a little late because she still have something to do. Without further ado, let us start this morning by saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and start our agenda by welcoming everyone here. And we'll start this session by having our national anthem and Sang Surya. Everyone, please be seated. Really sorry for the technical problem just now. Let's continue. Let's have our Vice Rector for Academic Affairs to welcome and have the opening remark for the International Workshop on Leadership. Please welcome Dr. Bagus Setiarintiarna. Sir, the floor is yours.
Ya, thank you, Bu Kristi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and greeting to all of us here in this room. Firstly, I'd like to greet the honorable keynote speakers that has joined us in this very good opportunity, in this very good seminar. The Honorable Dr. Diana Sulianti Katoping from Universitas Jember, who is also the head of study program of Graduate School of Management, if I'm not wrong, from Universitas Jember. Also, the Honorable Mr. John J. Pagedut, PhD from Ifugao State University, the Philippines. Welcome to this room, Mr. Also, I'd like to greet our keynote speakers, Ms. Olivia M. Valdez, who is also from Ifugao State University, if I'm not wrong. Welcome to this conference, Ms. Olivia. And I'd like also greet the Dean of Faculty of Economic and Business of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember, Ibu Dr. Maheni Kasari, Sarjana Ekonomi, and also the head of study program of graduate program of management of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember, Bapak Dr. Budi Santoso. Praises always to Allah, may salawat and also salam are always given to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. My name is Bagus Tiarintiarna. I'm the Vice Rector of Academic Affairs of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember. On behalf of the Rector of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember, let me firstly express my deepest and also my warmest gratitude to, especially to the keynote speakers who are available today to join us to share your knowledge in this very good occasion, in this very good opportunity, joining with us today in this conference. Thank you very much to Dr. Diana, also to Mr. John from Ifugao State University, and also to Ms. Olivia for your presence and willingness to share your valuable knowledge this morning with our lectures and also our students in the Graduate School of Management under the Faculty of Economic and Business of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember. And also, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to Ibu Maheni Kasari as the Dean of Faculty of Economic and Business of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember, and also to Bapak Dr. Budi Santoso as the head of graduate program in management, who continuously encourage our lecturer and also our student to actively engage in academic collaboration, international networking, research, and also global learning experiences. Of course, I would like also thank to all participants who have joined this special agenda hosted by the Faculty of Economic and Business of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember. To all of the participants who joined us today this morning, I'd like to inform you that at Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember, we currently have 9 faculties, including Faculty of Economic and Business, which is the biggest faculty in Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember, and we have 32 study programs. At present, we are also in the process of establishing another 11 new study programs, including the Digital Business Study Program that
Sorry, sir. You are muted right now.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm also very pleased to inform you that the establishment permit for the Digital Business Study Program under the Faculty of Economic and Business of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember has officially been approved by the Ministry of Education of the Republic of Indonesia. So I think this is a good news for us. So the Faculty of Economic and Business will have a new study program, and it is the Digital Business Study Program. To enhance the quality of learning and practical experience for our student, our university is supported by various facilities and learning ecosystems, including laboratory school. We have a laboratory school called PAUD Yasmin. It is the elementary and also the apa namanya, for the Faculty of Education. We have also teaching hospital, clinics, mini banking laboratories, as well as various business and industry units to support the quality of learning and practical experiences for our students. In 2025, Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember officially achieved excellent accreditation from the National Accreditation Board of Higher Education of Indonesia. So in the long run, we are very eager to seek an extensive collaboration with any other party, whether it is in the national level or international level, conducting any collaboration in terms of many academic fields, including joint conference, like what has been hosted today, guest lectures, student exchange, collaborative research, and also international community services program. So we also delighted to welcome our keynote speaker from the Philippines, Mr. Pagedut, and also Miss Valdez to come here. We invite you to come here to Jember, which is located in eastern part of East Java, and I think it is relatively close to Bali. We hope you will enjoy your time in Jember if you have occasion to come here visiting our campus here. We will be very happy to welcome you again on another occasion in the future, coming here to Jember. I think it's a small but beautiful city here in Jember. Finally, I hope this program will provide meaningful insights for us and strengthen academic collaboration among our institution. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bagus Setiarintiarnya, for the support and also inspiring remark for our today's agenda. Well, everyone, good morning. I would like to say again, good morning, esteemed speakers, distinguished guests, and all participants. Welcome to today's international webinar on leadership hosted by the Magister Management Program at the Faculty of Economic and Business, Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember, Indonesia. We are gathered here today to explore the theme, orchestrating collaboration, managing stakeholders and diverse teams. Specifically, focusing on how we can realize cross-functional and cross-interest synergy through the adaptive and high-impact collaboration. With the theme of leadership, which is no longer only about managing people, it is about engaging stakeholders, empowering teams, and transforming conflict into opportunities for growth innovation. Without further ado, let's kick off to our first sessions. We are honored to welcome our first speaker, Dr. John G. Pagedut, CPA PhD from the College of Business Management at Ifugao State University, Philippines in Lamut campus. Good morning again, sir.
So good morning, ma'am, and of
All
course,
right.
good morning to everyone. So I am
Okay.
very much happy to be a speaker in this webinar as a manifest or a testament to our active partnership between the College of Business and Management and the Faculty of Economics and Business, Muhammadiyah Jember. Thank you so much.
Most
Please
welcome,
allow
sir.
me to share my slides.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Would you
Yes.
please allow me to give a little information about you for all the participants before
Sure.
starting your presentation. All right. Sir John G. Pakedut, CPA, PhD, is the Dean of the College of Business and Management at Ifugao State University, or we call it IFSU. He is a certified public accountant and a licensed professional teacher who has served as an instructor, researcher, and extensionist at IFSU since 2017. His previous academic leadership roles, including serving as a chairperson of Research and Development, the Master of Business Administration program, and the Bachelor of Science in Accountancy program. Dr. Pakedut earned his PhD in Commerce with academic distinction from St. Mary's University in 2022, and Master of Science in Accountancy from De La Salle University in 2019, and a Bachelor of Science in Accountancy from the Aldersgate College in 2012, and a Bachelor of Science also in Management Accounting as a Jose Rizal awardee from the St. Mary's University in 2011. Before entering academia, he worked in a private sector as an accountant and accounting officer for the Cognitive Group of companies in Metro Manila. He is a widely published researcher focusing on cooperative finances, micro, small, and medium enterprises, corporate governance, and accounting education, an author of multiple accounting instructional materials, and a 3-time recipient of the University President's Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sir John G. Pakedut. Sir, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much. So the topic given to me, everyone, is about stakeholder engagement. This webinar on orchestrating collaboration, managing stakeholders, and diverse teams. So to begin with, we ask the question, who are stakeholders? Stakeholders refer to individuals or organizations having interest in project, program, or activity, either because they play a role in or they are affected by the project, program, or activity. So technically, anyone else who have interest in any of the activities, they are considered stakeholders, either again, because they have a role to play, or either they are affected or they're impacted by said activity. So particularly in a context of a university, the stakeholders include students, the student leaders, staff and faculty members, the officials, administrators, the board of regents, or the board of directors. There are also actually external stakeholders that could include the governmental and non-governmental entities, parents, guardians, partners, alumni, and communities. This might not be exhaustive, but there are a lot of stakeholders that could have an interest in an activity or in an entity or in an organization. So stakeholder engagement, while it can be defined differently, it can be utilized to mean active partnership. It could also mean purposeful involvement or effective collaboration. So it depends on the context where you are. You could actually define a stakeholder the way you want it to be. Stakeholder affords the recognition of every stakeholder's existence, the inclusion of every stakeholder's interest, and the consideration of every stakeholder's ideas. So when we say stakeholder engagement, you engage your stakeholders either by recognizing them, recognizing that they exist, and they have an interest in your entity or in your activity. Including the stakeholders' interest is also very important, as it is the essence of an organization. And of course, you have to consider their stakeholders' ideas. You always have to ask their suggestions or comments in order to improve your programs, projects, or activities. This is towards the creation of a collective decision, execution of coordinated actions, and of course, the realization of the goals. Because without stakeholder engagement, there would be no collective decision, there would be no coordinated actions, and there would be a very helpful realization of goals. So again, stakeholder engagement is really very important because it is the essence of an organization. Everything about a stakeholder is actually towards the common welfare, towards bigger success, and for the greater justice. You have to remember that in every project or activity, we have to always consider the bigger picture, to consider the interest of every stakeholder. Stakeholder engagement includes a holistic atmosphere where the sense of belongingness and togetherness thrives, driven by the collective spirit of participation and connection, and sharing and supporting towards one vision, one purpose, and one achievement. This is actually the very core of stakeholder engagement. It gives us the sense of belongingness, the sense of togetherness, and of course, with the spirit of participation, connection, driven towards sharing and supporting one another towards one vision, one purpose, and one achievement. With this achievement, it further drives more inspiration, more motivation, and more determination. It allows the stakeholders to work better, to achieve greater, and to celebrate happier. Because again, the stakeholder is actually grounded with the collective inclusion of everyone else. With this achievement, again, I want to reiterate that with this achievement, it drives more inspiration, more motivation, and more determination as it makes everyone else work better, achieve greater, and celebrate happier. Stakeholder engagement actually allows every stakeholder to share their idea, to voice their concerns, and to boost their morale, as it makes them the greater feeling of inclusion, integration, and involvement. When stakeholders are proactively engaged, they feel they are empowered, since again, they share their ideas and they are more likely to voice their concerns and to boost their morale. It makes an environment where there is inclusion, integration, and involvement. When the stakeholder feels included, integrated, or involved, they work with the utmost efficiency and efficacy. They work with utmost patience and diligence. They work with utmost effort and expertise, and they deliver with the utmost efficiency and efficacy. You can see here that stakeholder engagement is really very important strategy in order to drive the stakeholder towards an atmosphere where there is trust, where there is transparency, and where there is accountability. If all these are present, then it will lead the organization or the project activity towards sustainability. Where there is meaningful stakeholder engagements, trust is built, transparency is established, and accountability is boosted. Trust is built when each stakeholder invests faith in themselves and in one another, in the organization, in the things that they are doing, and in the outcomes that they are achieving. Transparency is established when each stakeholder remain honestly and consistently connected with each other through open communication and meaningful conversation, and with responsive interactions channeled through the proper communication media and propelled by respect, reliability, and responsibility. With these matters at hand, plans are better designed, actions are better executed, problems are better solved, decisions are better created, and outcomes are better achieved, where resources are optimally utilized and the overall objectives are accomplished optimally. How do we do then stakeholder engagement? So first and foremost, you have to identify your stakeholders, because in every activity or in every project or program, we actually involve different stakeholders. Not everyone actually is included, but you have to take in consideration their interests. That is why, secondly, you have to assess their interests. What could be their roles, or what could be the effect or impact that they will experience? And thirdly, of course, you have to engage your stakeholders. You have to make them feel involved. You have to make them feel empowered in such a way that they are included, they are integrated, and of course, they are involved. Next, you have to monitor their actions. You have to monitor their progress as to the accomplishment of their activities, of their functions that they are tasked to do. Next, you have to evaluate the overall performance, and very importantly is to reward the stakeholders. So I have this very short sharing on stakeholder engagement, but I want also to highlight the things that we are doing here in the College of Business and Management to also give an example of what is stakeholder engagement here in the College of Business and Management. So technically, we do a lot of planning, directing, implementing, monitoring, evaluating here in the College of Business and Management. The College of Business and Management is anchored on the vision and mission of the Ifugao State University, and all our projects, programs, and activities are aligned with the core values of the same institution. So within the framework of the university, particularly the strategic plan for the 8 years, we have respective key results and targets that we have to accomplish. So from the university, we have a lot of targets, and these are cascaded in to the different colleges, to the different campuses. Here in the College of Business and Management, we receive our respective targets. So we have to work a lot in order to accomplish these targets, as this would mean our performance as a college. So at the end of the day, we will be evaluated, we will be assessed as to how far we have performed. So basically, we have to do planning. And in the planning phase, we have to include all our stakeholders, particularly our students, most especially being our number one stakeholder, the student leaders who are the representatives of the studentry. And of course, we have our faculty and staff members. We have also our alumni. We have our administrators, the Board of Regents. We have also the communities, and of course, our partners, be it governmental or non-governmental. And in fact, we have do planning with our partner university, our dear Muhammadiyah Jember University. In the planning stage, the dean engages the faculty and staff members and all other stakeholders. And during the meeting, attendance of the participants is secured to determine the concurrence of majority of the attendance. And upon occurrence of the majority of our attendees, the meeting begins with the saying of the prayer, delivering welcome remarks, and of course, presenting by the agenda. Later on, I will be presenting some of our documented activities relating to stakeholder engagement. And of course, during the meeting, we have to discuss relevant matters contributory to addressing the agenda and resolving issues. We have to ask the ideas of our faculty and staff members, our students, our student leaders, and all other stakeholders. From these interactions, specific plans pertaining to activities are crafted, and according to these plans, the tasks are delegated, the resources are controlled to assure efficient, effective implementation of these activities. We have to make the common ground for all of us regarding our plans, regarding the different tasks that need to be done. And there is this, what we call the delegation of tasks, in order to make the achievement of our activities more efficient and more effective. In the implementing phase, the dean performs the overall and managing functions, while the program chairpersons and the faculty members perform the coordinating, implementing, and monitoring functions in order to ascertain the optimal participation to the activities by the different students and by other stakeholders. Meanwhile, the student leaders are actually empowered with certain tasks, optimizing their leadership skills. We see the leadership in our students. That is why we have to give them tasks for them to do. You have to empower them by asking their ideas, by asking their comments or suggestions, in order that they feel involved and that they feel empowered. Thereafter, every activity, we do monitoring and evaluating activities in order to allow feedback to be elicited from the different participants. Based on the comments, the good things are sustained, while those not so good are to be improved and enhanced. Recommendations from these evaluations are incorporated in the next plans and next activities towards better efficiency, efficacy, proficiency, and productivity in the college. So at the end of the day, we have this what we call the OPCR, or the Office Performance Review, in such a way that we have to assess our performance as against our targets. That normally it is done actually at the end of the semester, where stakeholders are actually convened again in order for us to collectively discuss what have happened and what have we achieved, what could be improved, and what could be better things to be done in the future. And normally, as the college dean, I always do this state of the college address by which I actually deliver a report to my stakeholders. I feel the responsibility and the accountability to dialogue with my stakeholders through reporting to them our various targets and our various accomplishments. And at the end of the day, or overall, I have to tell them how far we have achieved as a college. So at this point, let me share to you some of the documentations that we have done. And this is actually a manifest of our stakeholder engagement. So from time to time, I call for collegiate meeting for faculty and staff members, for students and student leaders and all other stakeholders. In fact, we also invite parents in order also to ask for their opinions and suggestions in order to make our college more meaningful. So if you can see here, I normally have this memorandum issued, so engaging our faculty and staff members for different agenda. And normally this is actually an initiative step in order to really call for stakeholder engagement. That is to issue memorandum notifying our faculty and staff members that we have a meeting. So during the meeting, I have to present the different agenda by which we have to anchor all our discussions and interactions. So we have our humble conference hall by which we actually do a lot of discussions. And by this means, we do a lot of engagement. We involve our staff and faculty members and some others, and some other meetings. From time to time, we do a lot of collegiate meeting. And of course, we also have meeting with student leaders, program chairpersons, and other stakeholders. Here, we actually empower the students to share their ideas on how they see also the program, project, and activities be done in such a way that their ideas are also taken into consideration, because we believe that they are the number one stakeholder affected by whatever we do here in the college. And of course, again, from time to time, we do a lot of meeting with student leaders and other stakeholders. So you have the different agenda as well. Here, we have both faculty members and students convened together as one, because we have to sometimes meet halfway. Sometimes we have to listen to the side of the faculty members. We also listen to the side of the student leaders in order to come up with what is best for the college. We also, another one, we do a lot of, we do meeting also with student officers. Yeah, in fact, we have different student organization here in the College of Business and Management. Like, for example, the CBM and CBMSO, the College of Business and Management Student Officers. We have the Junior Philippine Institute of Accountants. We have the Young Travelers and Hoteliers Organization, and many more organizations. So you can see there that the agenda involves the vision, mission, goals, and objectives, because from time to time, we have to make sure that everything that we do is aligned to the vision, to the mission of the university and of the college. And of course, we discuss organization plan. How do we go about 3 years? And of course, some other matters here. You can see also their designation of areas of responsibilities, and of course, addressing student concerns. All other matters are included in the other matters. We also do stakeholder consultation from community members and partner agencies. Let's say, for example, communities from nearby barangays and nearby municipalities here in Ifugao. You can see there that they are pasting their ideas or their concerns. This activity was actually our stakeholder consultation regarding our research and extension agenda. You can see there what extension programs or activities they want to be conducted in their respective places. We have also stakeholder engagement with the different offices. Let's say, for example, we have the Bureau of Internal Revenue, the Commission and Audit. We have also the Department of Trade and Industry, the Technical Education Skills Development Authority. We have the Provincial Local Government of Ifugao. And we do also consultation with alumni. Here in the photo below left, right. And so you can see there that we do a lot of student engagement here, because we see their value as partners in the development of our college. I take pride in presenting to you our faculty members from the different programs, the Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, and Tourism Management. These are the people behind the success of the College of Business and Management, because without these people, we have achieved lesser than what we have achieved so far. You can see here the activity that we have done years ago. We have faculty and lecturer exchange with the Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember. So this is actually the output of stakeholder engagement, by which we had a prior communication and engagement with Ma'am Christie and all other faculty members of the Faculty of Economics and Business. We have also a lot of activities in the college, and I'm really very happy that at the end of the day, we have very successful activities, whether that is whether that is academic, extracurricular, or co-curricular activities. So we do a lot of cultural activities, sports activities, skills competition, research and extension forum or congress. We do a lot of skills competition. We develop skills competition, and I also want to present to you that it's because of stakeholder engagement that we achieved not only local awards, but also national, showing that our students, our faculty members are at par with other universities locally and globally. And of course, we invite speakers from our partner agencies, again, from the different, let's say, for example, the Department of Trade and Industries, from the different cooperatives, whether governmental or non-governmental agencies, they are actually invited in our college. And before I end, again, stakeholder engagement is really very, very important, as it is the very key to success, the key to individual and communal success. Every stakeholder has a say in everything that we do, and we should be guided with the adage that says, no stakeholder be left behind. No stakeholder be left behind. Again, stakeholder is very important, as we have seen that the success of an organization, both individual and collective success, is driven by stakeholder engagement. So this is the College of Business and Management. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for a really nice presentations, and yet it's really inspiring us. Well, everyone, we have just completed the first session. Now I would like to open for question and answer session for the presentation from Sir John Kai Pagadut. You may write your question on the chat box, or you can just raise your hand and directly state your question. Okay, everyone. Well, sir, from your presentation, I can get the idea that stakeholder engagement is really something very crucial for an organization, including the faculty and also universities. As you mentioned, that the stakeholder engagement will drive the sense of togetherness, so that an institution can work better, achieve greater, and also celebrate happier, so that we can then come to our targeted purpose. While waiting for the question from the audience, is it fine if I ask you questions regarding your presentation, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I have one thing from the setting you have just now. You mentioned that listening to the stakeholders becoming the crucial for the development of an organization, including faculties and university. And seeing the practices that you have had with your organization, I'd like to know what are the obstacles that you have faced and how you overcome those obstacles. Thank you, sir. That was the question from me.
Yeah.
I will also invite for others, please kindly ask question and write your question on the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that question. Actually, one of the challenges with respect to stakeholder engagement is the diversity of the interests of the stakeholders in such a way that you cannot really address every interest, but you have to think or strategize in a way that this interest would be harmoniously coordinated and to come up with what is best for all of them. You have to work together as one. You have to discuss together as one to come up with the very decision that would foster the common good or the bigger good, the bigger justice, the bigger equity that would serve not all, but may help to address the stakeholders' interest. So you really have to reach out to each and every one and discuss and dialogue with them in such a way that they would understand what could be the reasons why some of their concerns or some of their interests are not addressed as well. Because we have to remember that we are not living in a world where the sources are so unlimited. We have to remember that resources are limited. So we have to work within the bounds of the limitations that are that the college is within. So let's say, for example, in terms of financial resources, we do not have that much finances. So we have to really discuss that with every stakeholder in such a way that still the greater good or the greater justice will be served despite the limitations of financial resources. Ma'am.
Right, sir. So it's really visible that things of I mean the problem from the stakeholder can be one of our consideration to get our what we call as in Indonesia we call as rencana tindak lanjut, or is in English we call it as the planning of what we need to have for the upcoming program that we were about to give to our stakeholders. All right, so thank you so much.
And actually, it drives the values of resourcefulness, the values of creativity in such a way that despite the limitation of resources, these values of creativity and resourcefulness will bring about naturally because we are again mandated or we are again inspired to achieve our common goal.
All right. All
Thank
right,
you.
sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's really clear that, again, becoming a good listener is also one great consideration. All right, we have one questions from Ifsu, actually, from Manuel H. Ayumi Jr. In the academy, who should adjust when the management conflict with the student regarding school activities?
Okay, thank you for that question. So I think this is actually this calls for a two-way approach in such a way that the management or the administrators and the students have to talk with each other to negotiate in order to come up with what is best for the students. Again, we have to remember that students is the number one stakeholders because at the end of the day, without students, we are not here as a university. We have to remember that. So we have to serve them with the best that we can. And again, if there would be problems or challenges, let's negotiate, let's discuss. But to emphasize, we have to always serve the best interests of our students. Thank you.
Thank you again for a really clear and straightforward response just now. I'd like to open for one more question from the audience. Okay. Let's just have me to have another question, actually. It's really
Alright.
interesting, actually, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You were mentioning that the interest of stakeholders will become the first aspect to be considered. And just now, when you respond to the question on the chat box, you mentioned that we have to serve the best. And how could we serve the best for our stakeholders if we have a lot of heterogeneous characteristics of the stakeholders? Would you please kindly share some best practices that you have had in dealing with the stakeholders?
Yeah. We have to recognize that there is diversity of the students, this diversity of stakeholders, and hence diversity of interest. We have to always stick to our objective and to our outcome. What is the outcome of the activity or project? So we have to be guided by it. in such a way that there might be interest that would not be addressed, but we have to make sure that the greater good again, the greater justice would be served in order to achieve the very outcome of the activity. We have to admit that not every stakeholder's interest would be served or would be delivered, but we have to look into the bigger picture, into what is the bigger good or the bigger justice in order to achieve still the objectives or outcomes of the project, program, or activity that you have.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much once again for the great presentation, for the great sharing. And of course, those are really invaluable insight for all of us here talking about the stakeholder management. Once again, thank you so much, sir. I like the closing that you have at the end of your presentation by saying no stakeholder to be left behind, because without stakeholders, we cannot do nothing. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's give applause. You can have an emoticon to show your appreciation for Sir John Gay Pagadut for the presentation. Thank you again,
Yeah, thank you
Sir
so much,
John.
Ma'am. Though, of course,
Thank you,
I
Mr.
look
John.
forward
Thank you very
to
much.
also learn from you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. We have had a wonderful presentation from our first resource person. Now we are moving forward to our second sessions. We turn to our attention to empowering teams. We are delighted to be joined to our speakers again, one from the College of Business and Management, but here from different campus, from Bosnia campus, Ifugao State University of Philippines. We will have Ma'am Valdez. Good morning, ma'am. Are you here with us?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning po.
Okay. Okay. Ma'am Olivia Valdez, please allow me to give a little introduction about you before you start presenting your presentation today. Dr. Olivia M. Valdez is an assistant professor too, and the program chairperson for the Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management program at Ifugao State University, Bosnia campus. She holds a doctor in hospitality management degree from the Philippine Women's University in 2024, a master in business administration from Aldersgate College in 2016, and a Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management from PLT College in 2011. A licensed professional teacher, Dr. Valdez has extensive teaching experience in hospitality management across multiple institutions. She is highly certified in her field, holding a TESDA trainer's methodology, 1 certificate alongside National Certificate NC2 in a bread and pastry production, housekeeping, cookery, and food and beverages services. She is also an active member of the Councils of Hotel and Restaurant Educators of the Philippines. Everyone, please welcome Dr. Olivia M. Valdez. Ma'am, the screen is yours.
All right. So once again, good day, everyone. Good morning. So I would like to recognize first all the participants for their interest in joining this webinar, and also the effort of the organizing team in coming up with this activity. So let me share my slide. All right. Can you see now my slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so welcome to today's discussion on empowering teams, creating productive and high-performing teams. So, to be presented by yours truly, Olivia Valdez from Ifugao State University, Pocho Campus. So at the end of this discussion, participants will be able to explore the meaning and importance of empowering teams, identify characteristics of high-performing teams, recognize the role of leadership and effective communication in empowering teams, and apply practical ways to build collaboration and synergy within the organization. So in every organization, business, school, or community, strong teamwork plays a vital role in achieving goals and overcoming challenges. However, teams do not become effective by chance. They become effective when people feel trusted, valued, motivated, and empowered to contribute their ideas and talents. So as we begin this discussion, let us look into consideration important things in important quotations where it says that great things in organizations are never done by one person. They are done by a team of people. Because a team is a group of people who work together to achieve a common goals or complete a shared task. Team members combine their skills, knowledge, and efforts to accomplish objectives more effective through cooperation, communication, and mutual support. And team means together everyone achieves more. But how do organization achieves more? For a while, I can. Okay, so how the organization achieves more? Let us begin in understanding the meaning of team empowerment. Team empowerment is not just a simply task to team members. It's about creating an environment where collaboration, communication, accountability, and shared leadership
Really sorry, everyone. I think that be a little technical problem with Miss Valdez. Okay, she's out from the Zoom. Please kindly wait for one moment. Kita tunggu sebentar nih Bapak Ibu. We will wait for one moment. Our speakers seems to be having a little bit technical problem with the signal. So please kindly wait.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm very sorry for having technical disruption. I experienced a blackout a while back. My apology for that.
All right, ma'am. Welcome back. You may continue your
Yes.
presentation.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, loud and clear.
Yes. My apology for that. Okay, so again, may I share? Okay, so as what I mentioned a while back, let's define what is all about team empowerment. Because team empowerment is not
Excuse me, ma'am.
just,
Your
yes,
presentation is not yet visible.
wow. Okay, for a while. Ay. Ayan.
Can we help you with the presentation, ma'am? You can just share the file on the chat box and okay, it's
Okay, once again, can I start once again?
Yes, ma'am, please.
I'm very sorry for that. Okay, um so this is the good thing about using technology. Okay, so as what I have mentioned well back, I'll be discussing about team empowerment. And team empowerment is, of course, also a good practice for each organization because it's not just simply assigning tasks to team members. It's about creating an environment where collaboration, communication, accountability, and leadership can thrive. So when team members are empowered, they become more confident, innovative, productive, and committed to organizational success. So let's have an overview about the definition of team empowerment, because team empowerment is giving the team members the following. First, of course, the authority to make decisions and take actions within their responsibilities. Instead of waiting for constant approval, team members are trusted to solve problems and contribute ideas. This increases efficiency and accountability. So next one is all about confidence. So which enables members to perform tasks effectively and share ideas without fear. Another one is skills. Skills, because a team becomes empowered when members have the necessary knowledge, training, and competencies. Continuous learning and skills development improve performance, creativity, and adaptability. Next is trust, which is the foundation of strong teamwork. Team members must trust one another and their leaders. So when trust exists, communication becomes open, collaboration improve, and conflicts are easier to resolve. Another thing is responsibility. Empowered teams understand their roles and take ownership of their tasks and decisions. Responsibility encourage commitment, discipline, and accountability toward achieving team goals. Next one is about taking or giving the members the responsibility. Empowered teams understand their roles and take ownership of their tasks and decisions. Responsibility encourage commitment, discipline, and accountability toward achieving team goals. And another one is decision-making opportunities. It allows team members to participate in decision-making, makes them feel valued and respected. It also encourages innovation, critical thinking, and engagement within the organization. And last one is support and motivation. So team empowerment, the leaders and the organization provide guidance, encouragement, and resources for the team. Motivation helps maintain enthusiasm, resilience, and productivity even during challenges. So why team members or team empowerment matters? What is the importance of empowering teams? Because each organizations are doing this. First, it improves productivity. So when team members are empowered, they are trusted to make decisions and perform tasks independently. This reduces delay, increases efficiency, and helps the team accomplish goals faster and more effectively. Another one, it enhances creativity and innovation. So empowered teams feel comfortable sharing ideas and suggesting improvements. When people are encouraged to think creatively, they develop innovative solutions that can improve services, processes, and organizational performance. Third is build confidence and morale. Giving employee responsibility and recognizing their contributions boosts their confidence and motivation. Empowered individuals feel valued, which increases job satisfaction and creates a more positive working environment. Fourth one, it encourages ownership and responsibility. Team members who are empowered take ownership of their tasks and decisions. So they become more accountable, committed, and responsible for achieving both personal and organizational objectives. Fifth one, it enhances problem solving because empowered teams are encouraged to think critically and solve problems collaboratively. Instead of waiting for instructions, they actively identify challenges and work together to find effective solutions. And last one is strengthens organizational success. When teams are productive, innovative, motivated, and responsible, the entire organization benefits. Empowered teams contribute to better performance, stronger teamwork, improved customer satisfaction, and of course, a long-term success. So now, let us assess if the team is doing well, if are the team is empowered. So what are the characteristics of high performing teams? So let us first talk about the first one, collaborative. So if the teams are empowered, even though they are only few in the group, they can be able to, or the team members can work together. They can share responsibilities and support one another to achieve the goal of the organization. Another is communicative. So there is an open and clear communication to avoid misunderstanding and improve coordination. Third, respectful of diversity. So just like in our place, we have very diverse culture. But of course, we have to respect. Yes, because each organization have diverse culture. So we have to value different background, ideas, skills, and perspective, which can strengthen teamwork and creativity. So fourth one is being goal-oriented. So the teams, they focus on shared objectives and work together to achieve desired results. Another is adaptable. So they are flexible. The team members are flexible and able to adjust to changes, challenges, and new situations effectively. Last one is supportive and motivated. So each among the team members are encourage and inspire each other. They create a positive and productive working environment. So members are not fault finders. Okay, so next is about the importance of communication in team empowerment. So we mentioned a while back about number one characteristics of high-performing team, which is communication. So what are the effective communication strategies in order to help in empowering the team? So first one is about active listening and openness to ideas. So members, including of course the leaders, should listen carefully and value different opinions and suggestions. Just like what our speaker mentioned a while back, that the stakeholders were given equal opportunities to express their ideas. And those ideas should be noted by, of course, the organization. So next one, respectful and open to feedback. So constructive feedback helps improve performance and encourages continuous growth. Another is clear instruction and expectation. So the members can easily follow their tasks if there is a clear instruction from the leaders. Next is respectful dialogue. So there should be a professional and respectful communication to strengthen relationships and teamwork. So even the leaders are mad, so they should have still a respectful conversation with the members. And last one is digital communication tools. So the use of technology such as emails, messaging apps, virtual meetings, which improves coordination and collaboration. So being together is not always face to face, but with the use of the technology, just like what we're using now. Although, of course, there are some challenges in using these technologies, but if you want to talk, to communicate with your group, you can still do that. Okay, so these are the effective communication strategies. Of course, in our organization, we adopt this, and of course, it is useful. Okay, so each members are being informed if there are things to be done that, of course, we need their presence. Now, what are the strategies to empower teams? Okay, so although there are strategies, okay, it may not be present to each organization, but just like what I mentioned, this I'm presenting is we use in our college. Okay, so first one is we have encourage participation. So that's why we, at the end of the semester, at the beginning and end of the semester, we usually have college meeting to discuss what are the things to be done, who are the teams, or who are the employees or staff to do this. Okay, and of course, for new employees, we do coaching in order for them to be able to do what they should have, or yes, what they need to do. Okay, so first, yes, encourage participation, and then another one is provide training opportunities, because it's part of empowering team to provide training opportunities, because not everything is known, or not, yes, not everything can be done by the team members. So they need still training opportunities. And next is set achievable goals. Okay, so create clear, realistic, and measurable objectives. Another is recognize contribution. So it's good to appreciate employees' efforts, okay, to boost morale and encourage continued excellence. So by just saying thank you for your participation, by just saying you did a great job, so it means to them already. Another one is promoting work-life balance. Okay, so supporting employees' well-being help reduce stress and improve job satisfaction. Because nowadays, employees have lots of tasks. No, that's why they have to they should be helped in order to relieve also stressed. Okay, and another one is foster innovation and creativity. So this one, we have to encourage new ideas and smart solutions from our teams. Okay, so now, what is the role of leaders in empowering team? Because the leaders are the initiator of team empowerment. Okay, although the needs is of course can become from the members, but who initiate this team empowerment? So what is the role of the leaders? So the first one is to inspire and motivate. So leaders encourage team members to perform their best and stay committed to shared goals. Okay, so another one is delegate responsibilities. Effectively, there's trust team members by assigning tasks and giving them authority to make decisions. But it's not just delegating the responsibilities, but the support should be still there, or the guidance. Another is encourage participation. So if the employees did not participate for the first task that was assigned, so still for the second time, third time, still the leaders should encourage participation. Okay. Another one is recognize achievement. So again, what I've mentioned a while back, appreciating employees' efforts to boost their confidence, morale, and motivation. And last is to create a positive environment. So the leaders should, of course, promote respect, teamwork, trust, and open communication within the organization. It's good to work in a peaceful environment. So leadership is not about control. It's about empowering others to succeed. So just like what mentioned a while back, no team members should be left behind. So all members should be empowered. Okay, and despite of those strategies to empower the members, there are challenges in empowering team because of the diverse culture that we have in the organization. So what are those challenges? Okay, so lack of communication, resistance to change, the lack of trust, conflict among others, the insufficient training or skills, poor leadership support, unequal participation, low motivation, and morale. Next one is cultural and diversity barriers, and of course, the fear or failure. So sometimes these challenges, okay, hinders teams to be empowered. But of course, there are always solutions for these challenges. Okay, so one of the challenges in team empowerment is the diverse culture. But of course, despite these diverse cultures, we still have to collaborate, to work in to work to from others, from other culture. Okay, so in doing that, in working to other culture, we of course build collaboration. Okay, we collab to other organization, just like of course what we're doing, and with this, okay, what are some strategies in order to build a strong collaboration across culture? So first is we have the respect to cultural differences. Okay, each organization have different cultures, traditions that being used, or it's already part of the system that they're using in their organization. Next one is practice inclusivity. So there should be still a welcoming environment where everyone feels values despite of these cultural differences. Another is encourage diverse perspective. So listen to different ideas and learn from each other. And here is avoid discrimination also. So treat everyone fairly and equally. So there should have no bias, okay, in collaborating. And then next is build mutual understanding. So how to build mutual understanding? So each of the group should us learn and share to strengthen relationships. And last is promote teamwork despite distance. Okay, so we have lots of technologies that we can use in order for us to work together despite how far we have from each other. Okay, so building collaboration across culture is closely connected to strategies for empowering teams because diverse teams become more effective when members feel respected, included, and valued. By encouraging open communication, participation, mutual respect, continuous learning, and shared goals, organizations can strengthen teamwork, overcome cultural barriers, and create an empowered environment where everyone can contribute to collective success. And remember, empowered teams achieve greater success. Communication and trust are essential. Diversity strengthens collaboration. Leadership plays a vital role, and continuous supports develop strong teams. That's why great teams are built through trust, collaboration, and empowerment. And last, according to one of the American author, Helen Keller, alone we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. So just like what we believe here in the Philippines, two is better than one. So again, empowering teams is not just about giving people tasks to complete. It is about giving them trust, confidence, support, and opportunity to grow. So when individuals feel valued and encouraged, they become more motivated, creative, and committed to achieving shared goals. So as we move forward, may we continue to build environments where collaboration thrives, ideas are respected, and every team members is inspired to contribute their best for the organization. So remember, strong teams create strong success. So thank you everyone for your time and for your participation in this webinar.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Olivia Valdez. That was really great presentations. It's really empowering since you mentioned that together is better than alone, right? Like what Helen Keller said at your closing presentation. Well, everyone, now I'd like to open for question and answer session. I would like to have 3 people giving questions. You can just directly raise your hand. Okay, I have Naila Zukrufa and also Afisena Rifanata. I will start with now Naila. Naila, please mention your question.
Okay, hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Olive Valdez.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, I'm Naila Zukrufa from Muhammadiyah University of Jember. I have a question. How can organization balance employee autonomy and managerial control in team empowerment?
Okay, so of course, thank you for the question. For the organization, of course, each members have their roles, have their tasks in the organization, and the leaders, of course, should what do you call this? Should recognize what are what are the needs of each employees or each members, so that the needs of these members should be given equal treatment or equal opportunity. It's not only the top management will have those opportunities to be trained, to elevate their skills. But even though these employees who are in the middle management should be given also a fair what call this, fair benefits from the organization. So that no employees should be left behind. So I hope I answered your question, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Miss Olive Valdez.
Okay, thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Naila Zakrufa, for the question. Now I would like to call for the second question for Mr. Afisena Rifanat. Please, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Rizky. Good morning, Miss Olive. Good morning, everyone. My name is Avisena Rifanata. I am from Master of Management, Muhammadiyah University of Jember. It is very insightful presentation, but I have a question regarding our topic. In fact, diversity of culture may become a problem in a team. Have you ever faced serious problem regarding this diversity, and how can you solve the problem? Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, I did not hear it clearly. May I ask to say it again?
All right, Miss Olive. I want to ask, in fact, diversity of culture may become a problem in a team. Have you ever faced serious problem regarding this diversity, and how you solve the problem?
Yes, just like in our college, in our university, culture is really one of the is already part of the system that or the processes that we have. So it's really difficult to deal with this different culture, but of course by a good communication, okay, by what you call this, by explaining what is the purpose, why we are doing this to these team members, for them to understand the reason why do we have to do this. So for example, what you call this, we will look into, or yes, we will find other partnership because in our program, for example, the Seafarer Rating course, we only have one partner, and that is already the practice of the program when I arrived in the college. So that's they only have one partner, and of course, for a change, I what call this, I suggested to have or to look for other partner, and the person who is in charge for that what call this, do not want, no, initially, but of course by explaining the need, why do we have to look for other partner, through constant discussion and communication, so that person understand the reason why. Okay, so another thing is age gap. Okay, it it is really difficult to deal with the people who are ahead of you, because of course they think that I'm older than you, then why are you insisting for this kind of change? But of course, again, through explaining the reason why do we have to do this, then it's good they were able to understand, and they were able to adapt the changes that we need to do. Okay, I hope I answered the question.
Yes, thank you very much, Miss Olive.
Oke,
Very
ini
clear.
Destina yang menjadi pemasaran.
Okay, thank you for the two people here having a great questions for Miss Olivia Valdez. Ma'am Olivia, I'd like to have something to confirm about you. You were mentioning that listening is also the key aspect in empowering the team members. Do you think that listening is the first important aspect that we need to consider, or is there any other aspect that is higher than listening to the team members to encourage or to empower the team? That would be the question coming from me.
Okay. Yes, part of the communication is we have to open any suggestion. Although as a leader, you have your own idea, your thoughts about a certain matter, but still you have, as a leader, you still have to open that situation for your members to give also their ideas, because more ideas can, of course, have a good result at the end. So, although you have to listen, but still balancing those what do you call this, ideas can still have a great impact on the result. Because there should be a two-way communication. The members should give their ideas. You have to solicit their ideas, and you have your own ideas for you not to be blamed later on, that if there is not a good result, they will not be blaming you, that you only impose what you want to do. Anyway, that's a collective thought or idea from your members.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much. So in short, we can say that being a good listener can help us to listen to other people, gathering ideas, and it will, of course, empower the team members to achieve the final goal of the team itself. Well, ma'am, I would like to say thank you again for the inspiring session on how we can better empower our teams for the greater success. Thank you, ma'am, but I would like you and also Sir John to stay a while. We still have one more session here with Ma'am Diana Sulianti K. Tobing, and I would like you to, again, I'd like to say thank you so much for your presentation and for your being with us today.
Thank
Okay.
you also, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank the university for your trust, for considering us to be part of this wonderful leadership webinar.
All right. Of course, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Now we will move to our next session. This is going to be our last session, but I believe even if this is the last, it is also having a great importance for us to know more about how important leadership is. I would like you to welcome Ma'am Diana, Dr. Diana Sulianti K. Tobing, SA, MSE, CRA, CMA, representing the State University of Jember or Universitas Negeri Jember. I would like to highlight a little information about Ibu Diana before the presentation. So, Ibu, please allow me to introduce you for one moment.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, everyone, Dr. Diana Sulianti K. Tobing is a professor of management science in the Faculty of Economics and Business at the State University of Jember, or we call it UNED here in Indonesia, with an extensive academic and professional career spanning over 3 decades. She specializes in human resource management, organizational behavior, and small and medium enterprise development. Dr. Tobing is highly active in regional economic empowerment and academic research. She has authored numerous impactful studies on transformational leadership, organizational citizenship behavior, or OCB, and marketing strategies for local businesses. In addition to her professorship, she holds prestigious professional certification, including Certified Research Analyst or CRA, and Certified Management Accountant or CMA, and regularly leads community development initiative focused on empowering regional, micro, small, and medium enterprises through digital transformation and strategic human resources. Ma'am, thank you for being with us here this morning, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Christie. Good morning, everyone, distinguished all of the participants of today's webinar. Thank you for the opportunity given by the Vice Rector 1, Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember, Dr. Bagus Setia, the Dean of the Faculty of Economics and Business, Ms. Maheni Eka Sari, SAMM, and the Head of Master of Management Program, Dr. Budi Santoso. I also like to greet the speakers from Philippines, Mr. John and Miss Olivia. Okay, now we go to the next topic about the conflict transformation. This is the important topic too in the leadership and organizational life. Okay, the slide defines a definition of the conflict as a process in which one party perceives that another party has negatively affected or is about to negatively affect something they care about. There are two important words in this definition: process and perceives. Conflict is a process because it develops over time. It may begin with a small misunderstanding, then grow into tension, resistance, or open disagreement if it is not managed properly. The word perceived is also important. Conflict does not always begin from the objective attack. Sometimes it begins because one party feels ignored, treated unfairly, or misunderstood. In leadership, perception matters because people respond not only to facts but also to how they interpret those facts. Conflict can occur at several levels. The first is intrapersonal conflict, which happen inside an individual. This may occur when someone faces a difficult decision, a moral dilemma, or pressure between personal values and organizational demands. The second is interpersonal conflict. This happens between two individuals. It may be caused by communication problem, personality difference, different expectation, or competition for recognition and resources. The third is intra-group conflict, which happens within one team. Team members may disagree about goals, task division, leadership style, or the best way to complete a project. The fourth is intergroup conflict, which happen between different group, department, or unit. In organization, this is common when departments have different targets. For example, the sales team may want faster delivery to satisfy customer, while the operation teams may need more time to maintain the quality. Now we go to the conflict transformation. Conflict transformation is a comprehensive approach to conflict management. It does not only ask how can we stop the dispute. It asks a deeper question: what needs to change so that the relationship system or communication pattern become healthier? This is different from simply ending an argument. Ending an argument may reduce tension for a moment, But if the root cause remains, the same conflict can return in another form. Conflict transformation view conflict as a signal. It tells us that there is something in the relationship, structure, process, or communication pattern that needs attention. When leaders respond constructively, conflict can encourage better understanding, stronger collaboration, and innovative thinking. For example, if employees frequently argue about overlapping tasks, the deeper issue may not be personal conflict. It may be unclear job description, weak coordination, or lack of communication channel. Transformation means improving those underlying conditions. Conflict resolution versus conflict transformation. On this slide, we compare conflict resolution and conflict transformation. Conflict resolution focuses on ending the conflict. It is useful when immediate action is needed, especially when tension is high and the situation must be stabilized. However, conflict resolution may only solve the visible part of the problem. The example on the slide shows that two employees arguing about task division. If the manager simply divides the work equally, the argument may stop. But the deeper issue may still exist. Perhaps one employee feels that the other is not contributing enough, or perhaps the responsibilities were never clearly defined. Conflict transformation goes deeper. It tries to address the causes behind the conflict. In the same example, the manager would clarify roles, improve communication, set shared expectation, and encourage collaboration so that the same conflict does not repeat. This slide highlights three important differences. First, conflict resolution focuses on solving the conflict immediately, while conflict transformation focuses on changing the relationship and system behind the conflict. Second, conflict resolution usually provides a short-term solution. Conflict transformation aims to support long-term positive change. This means that leaders do not only ask who is right or wrong. They ask what pattern created this conflict and how that pattern can be improved. Third, conflict resolution often sees conflict as a problem. Conflict transformation sees conflict as an opportunity for growth and innovation. This does not mean that conflict is always comfortable or always positive. It means that conflict can produce value when it's handled with maturity, structure, and respect. For example, if meeting always ends in disagreement, a resolution approach may only ask people to stop arguing. A transformation approach will examine the meeting structure, decision-making rules, communication culture, and whether everyone has equal opportunity to speak. There are several techniques that leaders and teams can use to manage conflict creatively. The first is structured debate. In a structured debate, each party is given equal opportunity to present ideas and arguments. This prevents the discussion from being dominated by the loudest person and help the team evaluate ideas more fairly. The second technique is collaborative brainstorming. In brainstorming, the goal is to generate possible solutions first, without immediately criticizing ideas. This is useful because early criticism can close people down, while open exploration can produce more creative alternatives. The third technique is role play and simulation. This technique helps participants understand different perspectives by placing themselves in another person's position. It is useful for developing empathy and reducing emotional bias. The fourth technique is constructive dialogue. In constructive dialogue, the conversation focuses on shared goals rather than personal difference. The leader guides the discussion away from blame and toward common interest. For example, when two teams disagree about project priorities, the leader can ask each side to explain not only what they want, but why it matters. This moves the conversation from position to interest instead of saying, I want this deadline. The team explained, we need this deadline because the customer launch depends on it. Conflict as a source of innovation. The key phrase here is well-managed conflict. Poorly managed conflict can damage trust, reduce morale, and slow performance. Well-managed conflict, on the other hand, help teams test assumptions, discover blind spots, and avoid weak decisions. In leadership, we should aim to eliminate all disagreement. A team with no disagreement may not be truly aligned. It may simply be silent. The better goal to create a culture where the disagreement can be expressed respectfully and used productively. Okay. Difference in perspective often stimulate. For number one is creativity. When people see a problem from different angles, they are more likely to move beyond routine answer and discover new possibilities. Second, different perspectives stimulate critical thinking. When we hear only one opinion, we may accept it too quickly. When we hear different opinions, we are forced to compare evidence, examine assumptions, and think more carefully before making conclusions. Third, they generate new ideas. People bring different experience, knowledge, and values into a discussion. The diversity can produce alternatives that would not appear in homogeneous groups. Fourth, different improve decision making. Decision becomes stronger when teams consider risks, alternative consequences, and stakeholder needs for multiple viewpoints. Okay, this is the simulation. This slide gives a simple example. Two team members disagree about a marketing strategy. Member A prefer digital promotion, while member B prefer offline events. At first, the discussion reached a deadlock because each person defends only one approach. This is a common pattern in conflict. people often become attached to their position. Member A says digital is the best. Member B says offline is the best. If the discussion stay at this level, the team may become divided. A transformational approach changes the question. Instead of asking which one must win, the team asks what is the shared goal. If the shared goal is to reach customer effectively and build stronger engagement, then digital and offline strategies do not have to be enemies. They can complement each other. The breakthrough happens when both strategies are integrated. Digital campaign create awareness and reach, while offline engagement build trust, interaction, and deeper connection. The result is stronger than either option alone. Conclusion. To conclude, conflict is not always negative. Conflict becomes destructive when it is handled with ego, blame, avoidance, or poor communication. But conflict can become constructive when it is managed with openness, structure, empathy, and a focus on shared goals. Conflict transformation teaches us to look beyond the surface of disagreement. It invites leaders to understand root causes, improve relationships, strengthen systems, and turn difference into learning and innovation. Therefore, the role of leader is not simply to silence conflict. The role of a leader is to guide conflict so that it produces better understanding, better collaboration, and better outcomes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ibu, for the great sharing about conflict, which is not always meant to be something negative. Now, I would like to have one question, because after this question and answer session, we'll go directly to another session where all the presenters, all the speakers will be gathered in one panel session. Okay, everyone? You may raise your hand or just write the question on the chat box. Okay, I have one question already. Okay, Avicenna. Okay, Ibu, you have one question from Avicenna. Sir, silahkan.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, Christy. Okay, Diana, thank you for the interesting presentation. Based on our topic, I would like to ask, intellectual friction often defaults into affective or emotional conflict. What psychological frameworks or cultural norms must be established to ensure these differences remain purely generative rather than destructive? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Afis. I will answer the question. To address a conflict caused by intellectual division, we must focus on collaboration and structured dialogue. Intellectual disagreement is normal, but it becomes destructive when communication breaks down. Okay, this is for resolve conflict that rising from intellectual division. The first is party must understand opposing viewpoint before replying, before arguing, and then focus on shared goals rather than difference. And then rely on fact instead of personal bias. Criticize the concept, not the person. Okay. And then accept not no single side has all the answer. And then create collaborative space, where the workshop and joint project build a mutual trust. I think that the answer for your question, Mr. Apis.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prof. Diana.
Miss Christie, your mic is
Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for Ibu Diana, Ibu Professor Diana. I would like to say thank you once again for guiding us through the complexities of conflict and transformations. Everyone, before we close the sessions, I would like to now invite all of the speakers back to our panel sessions. This is our opportunity to extract those golden nuggets of wisdom and engage in a cross-speaker Q&A sessions. If you have any burning questions, please feel free to ask now. So I would like to invite Sir John
Yes, ma'am.
and then Miss Olivia also
Yes, ma'am, I'm
to
here.
be in one screen with us here. And everyone, you are free to answer questions regarding to these three topics today to all the three distinguished speakers this morning. Or from the speakers, you may also ask any question to the other speakers. So this is open sessions where everyone can ask and answer questions regarding to the topic that we have here. The big topic here is about leadership.
Yes.
All right. Did I have any question from the audience? If you have any question, please kindly raise your hand so that I can put you on the screen as well with all the distinguished speakers we have this morning. Pak Budi, is there any question for our great speakers this morning, sir?
Thank you, Ma'am Christie. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Okay, Pak Budi, you may.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Diana, for being my narasumber this morning. So, my name Budi Santosa. I want to talk my question for Mr. Diana about conflict transformation. And then we need managing difference to make increase creativity energy. So about framing a conflict, I want to question how can we practically shift our mindset from seeing difference as objective to viewing them sources creative energy, especially in the high tension situation. I think specific about how can practically shift to building mindset from the seeing difference about when we need about material conflict in the internal or external organization.
Okay, thank you, Pak Budi. Bu Diana, you may respond first, and then I would like to continue to Sir John and Ma'am Valdez for more information regarding to the topic that you have. Ibu, time is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Pak Budi, for the question. Managing conflict into creativity from different perspectives, requiring fostering an inclusive environment where diverse viewpoints are viewed as assets rather than obstacles. When teams encourage open dialogue, cognitive friction acts as a catalyst from innovation, forcing individuals to break away from conventional thinking and explore unique solutions. By reframing disagreement as creative debate, leader can integrate contrasting insight to build entirely new ideas, ultimately treating diverse perspective with mutual respect transform intellectual tension into a powerful engine for breakthrough collaboration. I think that's my answer for Mr. Budi.
Okay, I'd like to thank you, Ibu Diana, for the response. I would like to
Thank
invite
you, thank you, Ibu Diana.
I would like to invite Sir John and Ma'am Valdez also to come up with some response regarding to Pak Budi questions.
Miss Mums who is this? Davis, apa tadi?
Valdez, Ma'am Valdez.
Ma'am Valdez, when I want to question about to reframe mindset about a topic leadership, about topic building teamwork in the good organization, how to be mixed building mindset about when we know in the organization about and in process likes directing to officials. So how to be mix organization to be process communication and the good in the organization in your state Ifogao.
Okay, so once again, good morning.
Yes.
So, what I understood about the question is what is the process of communication in our organization? Okay, so in our university, communication always if there are information that needs to be informed for us, there will be always a communication coming from our top management, coming from our university president or any from the um, vice president for who is in charge for that for that information. So if the concern is about academics, so we have the VP for academic affairs. So all communication is coming from the VP for academics, and it will be forwarded to each campuses, and the campus executive director relay the information to each college dean, so that this or all of us are informed about what to be done, or yes, or anything that needs to be informed to us. So for us from the middle management, if we have something also to be informed to the top management, we also do the letter, and then it will be always noted by our supervisor, and then it will be forwarded to the main campus if the signatories is coming from the main campus. So from the communication came from the top to the bottom, and from the bottom to the top. So I hope, sir, I answered your question.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Valdez. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Pak Budi. Now, Sir John is going to give response to the question that you give to Ibu Diana and also Ma'am Valdez just now.
All right.
Sir John?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning once again. So on the question regarding conflict management, on what could be the positive impact on our institution, sometimes conflict is not at all bad because conflict sometimes will lead us to breakthrough and innovation such that it is out of mess or it is out of problem that we come out with creativity, we come up with innovation such that it is something new out of the mess. So we actually welcome conflicts because it is the only way that we agree to disagree or disagree to agree. So that is actually a recognition of the diversity of our ideas from the different stakeholders. On the question, okay. So on the question on the kind of leadership, what kind of leadership does it take to be global? Sometimes it takes frenetic leadership that is grounded on local relevance and global responsiveness. Frenetic leadership actually includes stakeholders in such a way that the ideas, the interests of the stakeholders are taken into account, and that we have to be mindful that we have to respond to the local needs with respect to globalization and modernization. In as much as we address local problems, we have this mindset on globalization and modernization. There should be this perfect blend between tradition and modernization. On the question regarding communication, we actually here in the Ifugao State University, we apply a multifaceted communication that could either be informal or formal. Sometimes formal communication flows from the president down to the faculty members to the staff members, and from the faculties and staff members up to the president. And of course, there is this also equal level communication. It's a multi-approach communication such that we talk with one another, we dialogue with one another without regard to any possession that you have, without regard to your cultural background or whatever circumstances that we have, as long as the communication is grounded on respect and understanding between and among us all here in Ifugao State University. After all, the Ifugao State University is one family directed towards one vision, one purpose, and one achievement. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Sir John. Thank you, Ma'am Valdez and so Ibu Diana. We have one more question from Rena. Rena, are you here with us?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Would you please kindly activate your camera? Okay, thank you.
I'm as Mr. Diana. Mr. Diana, how can organization handle employees with different personal and culture background? What to the support of conflict until the deform turnover intention?
Okay. Yeah, Ma'am Diana, there's a question from Rena Afifatus Rahmat.
Thank you, Rena. I will answer the question. Overcoming intercultural conflict requires a combination of high cultural intelligence, active listening, and mutual respect. To resolve these friction points, individuals must consciously suspend judgment and avoid making assumptions based on stereotypes. Open, empathic communication is vital as it allows all parties to clarify misunderstanding and learn the unique communication styles and norms of other cultures. By seeking common ground and focusing on shared objectives rather than difference, team can bridge cultural gaps effectively. Ultimately, embarrassing this diverse perspective transform potential friction into a powerful tool for collaborative problem solving. I think that's all the answer.
Thank you, Ibu Diana. Mbak Rena, would you please repeat your question? Because I would like to invite Sir John and Ms. Valdez also to give some response on your question. Would you please repeat once again?
Okay, thanks, Mr. Diana.
Mbak Rena, bisa diulangi pertanyaannya? I will deliver this to also for Sir John and Ma'am Valdez.
Okay, I don't. How can organization handle employees with a personality and on culture background and introvert employees?
Okay. Is that clear the question, sir? Yeah, okay. I'll give a chance to Sir John and also Ma'am Valdez to respond to Rena's question.
Yes, thank you for that question. In as much as we have different employees, we are actually dealing with different personalities, such that there are those introvert, there are those less empowered, there are those less engaged. But when we speak about a stakeholder engagement, they have to be recognized in such a way that they have to be given roles so that they would feel motivated, they feel that they are part of the organization. We do not do away with this kind of personalities, but we work on how we make them manage. We work on how to properly manage these personalities and to bring about the best in everyone. You have to remember that there would always be those best in us, best in every one of us, that we just have to work to draw them out. I believe that we are all talented, that we are all equally blessed with whatever we have. It's a matter of really working to bring it out. You have to empower your employees so that their potentials would be realized to the fullest. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir John. So you try to connect it with the stakeholder engagement, and yes, that's what happened. Now, Ma'am Valdez, would you please come up with some response regarding to Ms. Rena's question?
Okay, so what I understood about the question is how to handle conflict with different personality. Yes, of course, in the organization, like what I mentioned a while back, there are diverse culture. But how to handle that is always encourage open communication from the members. Okay, you try to understand these people. Listen to them, talk to them privately. And of course, you have to offer support for these people. And you'll not just stop there, but you have to monitor the situation. If since you talked already, you have to monitor the situation if the communication that you done is being is being effective in order to handle this kind of personality or in this kind of team members. So that would be my answer.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rena, for coming up with the interesting question, which invite all those three distinguished resource person that we have this morning. Thank you, Ibu Diana, Sir John, and Ma'am Olivia Valdez for being with us this morning. And before we come to the end of this session, I would like every one of you to come up with your closing regarding to the topic that you have. Ma'am Diana, you may start the first to have the closing statement for your topic, ma'am.
Okay, the statement is where viewpoint clash, wisdom grows. Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, the next, it might be Ma'am Valdez or Sir John. Time is yours.
Okay, so for me, of course, since my topic is about team empowerment, so I would say empowering our teams is not giving merely or helping in or empowering our teams can be seen not only by big things but even though in small things, because even in small things that we empower our teams, it will make them it will make their task easier. So let us not get tired of inspiring or encouraging or motivating our teams, because that is for the good of the organization where we belong, where we are working. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ma'am Valdez. Sir John, you be the last person to give your closing.
Yes, thank you so much to Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember and to all organizers. Thank you so much for this opportunity that you have given me. I hope that I was able to deliver a good presentation. And to end, I would like to emphasize that again, stakeholder engagement is very important as it actually drives the sense of inclusivity, engagement, and empowerment. So let us maximize stakeholder engagement, because at the end of the day, we are in a world where everyone is connected and no one should be left behind. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. Let's everyone give applause for all of the great resource person we have this morning. As we draw to the close of this event, I would like to say once again, thank you for sharing their expertise, your expertise to all of us here, for your active participation today, for everyone here as a participant. And I'd like to have my own closing, of course. True leadership in our field is defined as how we can connect with one another. By empowering team, we ensure that every voice feels valued. By engaging our stakeholders, we ensure that work is rooted in the needs of our community. And by embracing difficult or conflict transformation, we ensure that our challenges become our greatest opportunities to grow. Let us commit to this cycle, trust our team, listen to our partners, transform our frictions into the energy that move us forward together. Finally, I will invite you, everyone here, to turn on the camera so that we can have a picture with our wonderful resource person. Everyone, please kindly activate your camera. I am as the master of ceremony as well as the moderator for this international webinar. Would like to say thank you so much for everyone for being here. Thank you so much for joining us from the beginning up to the end. And hopefully what our Vice Rector hope that everyone can be here in Indonesia personally, not only on the screen. And I would like also to say thank you for everyone in Ifugao State University for joining us from the beginning to the end, for Sir Client for letting Ma'am Valdez to be part of our agenda today. Everyone, allow me to take the picture. Can I have the slide one? I will count 1, 2, 3. Once again, I'll move to the second slide now. Okay, everyone, please kindly activate your camera. I can still see everyone here still not opening the camera, but I will take the picture anyway. Okay, all right. On behalf of Universitas Muhammadiyah Jember, especially from the Faculty of Economic and Business, and to be exact, for the Magister Management program, I would like to say thank you. I'd like to say our greatest appreciation for our great speakers and also for the participant. Everyone, thank you so much. Have a great day and see you in our next occasion. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Betul. Thank you,
Thank you,
Miss.
Miss Christy. Thank you,
Terima
Pak
kasih Bu
Budi.
Diana.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Pak
Mr.
John.
John,
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
John. Thank you,
Mas
Ma'am
David,
Valdes. Sir
Bu
Client, thank you
Diana,
so much for giving us Ma'am
Alhamdulillah.
Valdes with us ya.
khususnya Bu Kristi. Terima kasih banyak
Oke,
supportnya.
sama-sama
Oke.
Bapak.
Thank you, Mr. John. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Valdes. We'll see you again very soon. Thank you, Sir Client. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. Thank you very much.
Oo nga, diba?
Thank you. Okay, everyone, you may leave the Zoom room right now and see you again in a next agenda that we will have next time. Thank you.
12